What is the weirdest NSFW fact you know? Priapus is a minor Greek god of livestock, farmers, and peeping gigantic penises. Please look up a picture of him. Hot water will denature the proteins in semen, making it lumpy and sticky. Like frying an egg. Use cold water for cleaning it off skin, surfaces, out of hair. Anal stimulation can stop persistent hiccups by stimulating the vagus nerve. Oh no, I'm not falling for this one again. Honey, I got the perfect way to stop your hiccups. Unzips. A hamster has about as much blood as an erection. So what you're saying is, username checks. Oh god. Oof peep. Governor Ratcliffe of Pocahontas fame was flayed alive by the Powhatan using mussel shells. They skinned his entire body, saving his face for last. Then he was burned at the stake. The color of the wind just turned red. There are more countries that persecute homosexuality than bestiality. The Romans had a plant that was an effective contraceptive, but then peeped it out of existence. Silphium. Ducks have fake decoy vaginas due to the sheer number of duck rapists. I've seen a duck rape another dead duck's corpse. Semen exits the body at roughly 27 miles per hour. Noom. When whales nut, they shoot out around 8 gallons of semen. Thank you for that fact, you're welcome. If you have the chills, but your nuts are hanging low, you have a fever. Can't wait to use this to call in sick to work with a fever. Boss, something happened and I just realized I'm sick. Sorry, I can't come to work. My balls are hanging and I'm shivering. Cats' penises are weird. They are short and spiky. The explanation for the spikes. Female cats don't ovulate unless they are stimulated by the spikes. This is called induced ovulation. With every thrust of the penis, female cats produce an egg. Because of this, there can be different fathers in the same litter. IDK about you, but I found it really interesting and kinda weird. When the Egyptians conquered what is now Libya, they took 13,000 foreskins of the defeated enemy as trophies. I'm making a couch. They actually made a love seat, but when you rub it, it turns into a sofa. The original inspiration for the pull-out couch undefined. During WW1, stees were incredibly common, and some soldiers purposely tried to get infected so that they could be honorably discharged and avoid the trenches. Some were ordered to be chased and threatened with punishment, but it didn't really stop them. They would transfer pus between penises with matchsticks. Undefined. Discharged by discharge. The world record for longest distance ejaculated is 18 feet. Horst Schultz. Man also broke the record for fastest ejaculation at 42 miles per hour. Pretty sure I have the fastest ejaculation by time. A sperm has 37.5 megabytes of DNA info. So one ejaculation transfers 15,875 GB of data. Hard drive. Once the download finishes, it becomes a floppy disk. The longest lasting orgasm in mammals is from the domestic pig. It lasts on average for 30 minutes, but can last up to 90 minutes. Yo, Wi-Fi is a lucky woman. The famous song Mana Mana from The Muppet Show was actually composed for an Italian softcore porn movie. You edited Sesame Street out, but it really was also in Sesame Street. I know this, because as kids, we would recite that tune frequently. This was years before The Muppet Show. And yes, I noticed that tune watching some funky weird porno clip. Peyronie's disease is a condition where scar tissue forms inside the penis, causing it to be bent when the patient has an erection. It must be painful. Had to drive my 75 years old dad to and from the procedure to fix this. This was absolutely 8x more awkward than you imagine it to be. A duck can change his penis size, making it bigger to compete with other males. Can confirm. Also, duck dicks are shaped like corkscrews. Username checks out for some odd reason. I was like 100% sure this is a day old account. Boy, how wrong I was. A silverback gorilla has a penis the size of your pinky. Someone calculated that, based on relative size, King Kong's penis would still fit within a human's vagina, because of this little detail. Ah. So his chase for that blonde chick was entirely for realistic reasons after all? Napoleon's penis was removed by the doctor doing the autopsy and preserved. It's been sold and resold to many buyers. It was purchased by a professor of urology at Columbia University in the 70s and passed on to his daughter when he died about 15 years ago. She is the current owner. I think it's actually been purchased by Connor Roy. He's been interested in politics from an early age. You can get a boner after you die, called a death erection. Die Hard. The inside of your mouth is made from the same skin cells as the inside of a vagina. And now you are tonguing your cheek. How you got me? Olympic Village during the games is basically a massive peep fest. In 2000, the athletes were provided with a total of 70,000 condoms, and they had to order an emergency shipment of more because they ran out. Just how the Greeks designed it. Some species of sea cucumber have evolved to have teeth in their asshole to keep other sea creatures from living inside their anus undefined. Running is an excellent laxative. There's a group of flatworms that live on the ocean floor. They are hermaphroditic and can supply sperm to others or give birth themselves if they are fertilized by others. All individuals want to be the one to supply the sperm, as it's much less resource intensive than growing your own babies. So they use their sharp penises to penis fence with others to be the first to inject the other with sperm. There's some great penis fencing videos online. Take a look. There's a load of weird and wonderful facts out there on sex competition in animals. A woman wearing warm, fluffy socks is 30% more likely to orgasm than she is without them. Bizarre but true. Nice try, Big Sock. The record for the most orgasms in 1 hour by a woman is 134, whereas the same record for a man is 16. Japanese law requires porn to censor the nude genitals of the actors and actresses, but not the butthole. It's only when a dick or other phallic object enters the ass does it become censored. If you don't jack off for a prolonged period of time, your semen turns yellow. Does it stop at yellow? What if I want rainbow cum? You'd have to spin a 6-inch penis of average width at about 130,000 RPM to get it to set ablaze. Learned that in physics class. There are no incest laws in Rhode Island. So what you're saying is that women ask, "What are you doing, bro?" instead of "step bro." If a male tried pregnancy test and tested V, that could indicate to a testicular cancer. Pee on the stick. Figure out the issue with the stick. So, my friend's GF may have testicular cancer and isn't actually pregnant? Breast implants turn into a sticky goo during cremation. Crematorium workers need to clean the goo off the bottom of the furnace after her body has been cremated. 90% of koalas have chlamydia. Weird NSFW fact. Tickling was once considered an aphrodisiac in the Muscovite palaces and courts for centuries. In fact, both Catherine the Great and Anna Ivanovna were ardent participants. Ticklers sang naughty ballads and told lewd stories whilst tickling their ladies' feet, working their mistresses up into an erotic frenzy with which to meet their husbands or partners. From personal experience, I can say this works with overwhelming results. I can attest, after being together a few years with my girlfriend, who loves to hate/hates to love it, that nothing gets her in the mood faster. Mozart wrote pieces called Lick My Ass Right Well and Clean K. 233 and Lick My Ass K. 231. For 6 voices. He also wrote a letter to his cousin. Well, I wish you good night. But first sleep in your bed and make it burst. Sleep soundly, my love. Into your mouth your ass you'll shove. There is erectile tissue in the nose, similar to the corpus spongiosum in the penis, and the clitoris. It will also become engorged with blood when aroused, and can cause sneezing. What is weird is that I sneeze every time I get aroused. Every time. Thankfully, few people know this is a thing. No one knows this about me, and even if they did, I have allergies. So I can blame it on that. So whenever you see someone sneeze, they could actually be turned on. So while making out, if someone sneezes in your face, forgive them, because it's a compliment. As a woman is about to orgasm, the vagina decreases in size by as much as 30%. This contraction helps to increase the sensitivity felt by the woman as she climaxes into the orgasm. Undefined. During my mom's pregnancy with me, she was writing an 8-person Buffy the Vampire Slayer orgy fanfic. She warned me that if I was ever caught watching porn she would make me do a book report on it. Very few things scare me as much as having to read my mom's erotica. Discharge from vaginas can be so acidic it can actually leave bleach stains in underwear. Not just can, it has. Source: Ampmail. If you put a wad of toilet paper in the toilet before you take a dump it will greatly reduce splashback. Kangaroos have 3 vaginas apparently. Dave Matthews Banks tour bus dumped a tank full of 800 pounds of human speep on a tour boat in the Chicago River in 2004. A sheep's vagina is closest to a human's. The average number of butthole spokes in American women is 6. 10-spoke buttholes are the holy grail of butthole spokes. Babe, can you come in here? I want to check something. Sorry babe, we gotta break up. I can do better. There is a chemical in a few brands of ship paint that makes female sea snails grow penises and then explode. Undefined. My parents were swingers back in the 70s. I wish I didn't know that. Nintendo bought the rights to a Super Mario porn parody and its sequel, specifically so they could entirely shut down its distribution. The lowly barnacle has the largest known penis to body length ratio up to 8x in the animal kingdom. That babies scream and cry in the womb, but due to amniotic fluid it's silent, so right now millions of babies are crying and screaming silently in fear with lungs full of amniotic fluid. Blowjobbies, because it used to be called blowjob and got shortened. People who get methadone prescribed on the NHS have to drink it in front of the pharmacist to ensure that they aren't going to sell it. However, some addicts will immediately go away and vomit up the methadone for sale. Former smack addicts shared this nugget with me. All women's vaginas are self-cleaning. Only need to use water when having a wash. Also, we produce the same hormone as sharks when our vaginas are cleaning. Shark Week once a month. Dolphins are dirty rapists. Hannah Montana was originally titled Alexis Texas until Disney realized that was the same name as a porn star. The reason guys' piss comes out twisted instead of a smooth streamies because the inside of the penis's reflect barrel has spiral grooves to ensure maximum distance and accuracy. I am the sniper. The pH of a healthy human vagina is between 3.8 and 4.5, making it acidic and giving it that tangy taste we all love. My penis is exactly the same length as 2 of those little pens they have in Argus. Also, I'm banned from Argus. A lioness will bite the testicles of her mating partner when she is in heat if he can't keep up with her. Undefined. Some ancient peoples believed they were gifted with a finite amount of sperm across their entire species. Meaning when boys came of age they would have to drink their father's sperm to pass it down.